Hey guys, it's JLD, just laying down, and in today's video, we will be interviewing fellow Twitch streamer Maddie Pace, who specializes in motivational speeches, freestyling, and everything positivity. For those who are new to our YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to get the most up-to-date info on when we post future interviews and YouTube shorts. Also, make sure to follow us on Twitch, where we are live every Monday and Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the interview.
There he is. There he
I'm
is.
such a noob. I'm such a noob when it comes to Discord.
With all the merchandise and everything. We had to twin tonight because there was no way I was not going to interview you without wearing the one and only Maddie Pace hoodie.
Let's go.
Freaking
I greatly
amazing.
appreciate it. What
Dude,
do you
it's
think? Ring light or no ring light?
either one, whichever one shows that beautiful face.
Kind of like the mysteriousness of this.
I like it. I like it. Yes, the legend himself. Garbage says ring light. There you go. It looks good though. It looks good.
That's not bad.
Guys, is the audio good with like the music in the background? You can hear myself and Maddie just fine. Feel free to let me know in chat if there's any like anything's like needs to be increased or decreased in terms of volume. If everything's good, then everything is all Gucci.
I'm on Couch Talk.
Everything sounds great. Thank you, Vibe. I appreciate that.
Let's
Maddie,
go.
the one and only, the host with the most mojo. His name is Maddie Pace, pronounced Daddy, the one and only. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in, Maddie. For everybody in chat, like I said before, if you want to ask Maddie a question, feel free to use the channel point that is available there, just so I can keep track of questions. If you do just ask the question in chat, there's no guarantee that I can see it in case chat does fly. So just please use the channel point, and we can even refund you for the one channel point, if anything.
I'm so
Radio
excited.
Slay, welcome in. So Maddie, let's freaking go. First of all, I want to say thank you for taking the time to hang out with us tonight. I know you probably like at this time of night, you're usually like hanging out with the wife or watching TV or whatever. But I really do appreciate you taking the time to be with us. I know we were supposed to do this 2 months ago, but better late than never.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I think I was sick 2 months ago.
Yeah.
I was kind of bad.
It's all good though. It's all good. Things happen for a reason, and I'm happy things are starting off with the first episode of Couch Talk being with you. And thank you, Garbage, for that.
Excited. Thank you so much for having me on. I love Couch Talk even before I got on it. I absolutely love this, and I'm super stoked to be here. And I loved your promotional video that you put out as well. I thought it was absolutely dope.
Dude, that was one of the things I was working on during my 2 weeks off. Was that I was like, how can I add like a wrestling thing to it? So I was like, match card, have to do something like, oh, this coming Sunday, this coming Monday, we got Maddie Pace. By God,
you are my viewers champion. Just to let it be known, JLD is the viewers champion.
Let them know. Campbell, I do see it. We'll get started with the questions in a bit. I think I could speak for everybody here, Maddie, when we say happy 1 year anniversary of streaming. You had a fantastic stream on Friday, as well as a W stream earlier today as well.
Thank you.
Hell yeah, bro. So what I normally do for the beginning of Couch Talk is, obviously, I feel like a lot of people here already know who you are. However, for people that may not know who you are, would you be able to introduce yourself to chat, talk about who you are, where you're from, what you do, maybe even your stream schedule, so that way people know when to catch you, and just let them know anything that you want chat to know about you. And for anybody in chat, exclamation point guest in the chat if you want to know who Maddie Pace is and check out his social media and information.
Let's go. Well, first off, my name is Maddie Pace, pronounced like Daddy. And I am always coming at you live and direct in full effect, ready to get your mind, vibes, and ears erect and even a little wet every Monday to Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern time with the most unique vibes on Twitch for you to, just kick back, relax, and serve yourself up a limitless dish of these vibes, baby. I'm from New Hampshire, New England. I'm actually pretty close to Garbage. We live about 20-25 minutes away from each other, which is crazy. And, I just put it down, man, with some of the most unique vibes on Twitch, where I try to just give everybody on this platform a taste of something they've never had before. You know what I mean? So I just come out here and I just be myself and I just love the ability to connect with people, much like yourself and a lot of the individuals in chat that I've met. It's just been a humbling experience, and I couldn't ask for more.
Dude, and you came out of nowhere, like out of left field. Like I've seen your name around, like when we first met. Obviously, like we know how we met, but
Mhm.
like I see your name around, and like out of nowhere, you just like jumped in the amount of like people who like have made your stream like the go-to place at 10 a.m. every freaking morning. And like, bro, I just want to say before I get into like the questions, keep up the good work, man. You're fucking crushing it. You're doing a fantastic job at what you're doing. So
Thank you very much.
and
I
we'll get
appreciate the kind words.
and we'll get into that in a bit.
Let's
So
go.
we got our first question. So I have my questions that I do, but I like to prioritize chat and their questions first before I actually go into mine. And I want chat to know this is an open discussion. So if you have any questions for Maddie or even myself or both of us, feel free to ask them in chat. Well, actually, you could do it in chat, but I highly recommend you do the channel point just so that way I can keep track of it as I have done. So the first question comes from Peachy, and the question is, Maddie, how long have you been doing music for?
Music started for me professionally recording and performing all the way back in 2011. That was
Okay.
my first time. My first album I ever put out was in 2011 called Business vs. Pleasure, and I put
Oh,
that out, and it was a great experience, a lot of fun. I did a lot of shows, so I've been in music a long time.
dude, it's to this day I cannot understand like how you are so lyrically, I think I'm saying that right, lyrically just like out of this world.
Thank you.
My mind, like when it comes to freestyling and like rhyming and stuff, I just can't process things that fast and do things so like on the fly, where you just do it so smoothly. You make it look so easy, man. Like
Thank
when it
you.
comes to that. But that's awesome that 2011 is when you started. So obviously you have a lot of experience in the game, and like
For
you've
sure.
learned so much from whether it be like being an MC, freestyling, whatever, music production, things like that. So it's like you've had all that experience in the industry. So good for
Yeah,
you,
it's been a
man.
lot of fun. There was a lot of opportunity back in the day. I was going hard with it for a few years for sure, until I kind of fell, I don't want to say fell off, but decided to just step back from it a little bit. But it was a really great experience, and if given the opportunity again to do it, I think I would definitely jump on it, because I just love feeding off the energy of a crowd and getting people just to escape, and in like a different dimension almost. Even if it's for only like a 20-minute set, it's going to be the most memorable 20 minutes of your life. You know what I mean? And I'm always a big believer, as you know, that it's not what you can get from others, it's what you can give to them that really matters, because people might forget what you give them, but they'll never forget how you make them feel. And I like to apply that in music, you know?
And you can like everybody in chat that has seen your stream can just see that that is literally your passion. You put so much energy, time, and effort into like what you do on stream that we see this is something you love. And like you said, if given the opportunity, you would do it again. Like, bro, we would love to see you in the big leagues. I know we laughed earlier today about Hot 97, and I forgot who said you should be on a radio station, and I 1000% agree, because you literally go hard with it, and like it's just awesome to see all that. Phantom, I appreciate the retweet.
Thank you. I mean, you never know what could happen. We tag Sirius every day. You know what I'm saying? Every day we go live, we tag Sirius and iHeartMedia. So you never know.
Exactly. One day they'll find you. One day they're gonna find you. And
One
just
day.
like Pudge said, I agree with it. I learn a new word every day, every time I listen to Maddie.
We love Pudgy.
Yo, what up, Bolt? How you doing? Guys, if I don't say hi to
Pudgy.
you right away, I do apologize. Making sure we get our questions through with Maddie and get to know him on a more personal scale. We all know Maddie, we all love Maddie, but you know, this is our time to you know, dig deeper into his mind.
Yeah, nothing's off the table either. I mean, I feel free to ask literally anything you guys want to ask. There's no boundaries you can cross, because there are none. So feel free to go ahead and ask away.
Exactly, just like he said. So the next question is actually from Garbage.
Let's go.
Can you tell us a bit about you and your wife, origins, and how she has supported your dreams and passion? I like that question a lot also.
That's pretty cool. So me and the wifey, as you don't know, if nobody knows, We are married, and we just hit our year anniversary on February 9th of being married. But before marriage, we've known each other since 2013, and it's a funny little story. I'll keep my answers a little short-winded. But we met in 2013. I was at a friend's house, one of my best friends, who was also my producer and engineer of music, and I was hanging out, and his girl met my now wife at the pool, I think it was, and they started to talk and build a friendship. And she came over, and believe it or not, she came over dressed like in the scrubby clothes because she was gonna help my friend's girl clean the tub. Because them
Okay.
Spanish mommies, you know what I'm saying? The Ajax don't slack, the Fabuloso don't lie.
Fabuloso,
You know what I'm
yup.
saying? So she came over dressed in just baggy sweats, bandana tied up, looking the opposite of what you would look like trying to impress anybody. And I looked at her, and I remember her going in the bathroom or like leaving the room, and I was like, I'm gonna get that. You know what I'm saying? And sure as shit, I ended up putting in a little bit of the hustle work through Facebook Messenger back in the day. And one thing led to another, and then we started messing around for a few years. And probably from 2013 to 2015, we were just messing around here and there for a while. And then 2015 hit, and that's when we ended up actually seeing each other officially. And then from 15 until now, over that time, just growing a relationship. And she does really good at supporting me, and she encourages me, and she always is a rock. She likes to be real about things. You know what I'm saying? I'm the dreamer, like imagination, like I can do, this and that. She's very, the way she was raised, very disciplined,
Straight to
and
the point.
stuff, structured goals and all this. And I'm just kind of moving, you know what I mean? So I think for her, it's been an adjustment, but in my eyes, I think she's handled it quite well, because not everybody is going to support their person taking a leap of faith like this into the world of entertainment, leaving a good job with good pay, good benefits, and all the luxuries that a company uses to trap you for 40 years. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
she's been very encouraging, and she stands by me, even if she may not understand it sometimes, but she definitely is there, and I couldn't ask for more.
Well, first off, happy 1 year to you and your wife. Happy 1 year anniversary.
Thank you.
And big shout out to all the significant others out there, including my fiance, who have been nothing but supportive of their significant other's journey. Like, they have no idea like how much support they actually put into a streamer's like everyday life, whether it's as simple as helping them out with a channel point, or being in chat, or modding, or just lurking, or whatever. It helps out a lot. So for all those out there that
messages.
Mm-hmm.
Like, does your fiance ever write you like little letters of encouragement, or like leave you a note? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's little things like that that just, it just gives you that feeling like, all right, we good.
Yeah, my fiance will
Shout
put
out
like
to you
hearts
for
on
being
the
engaged.
board and everything. Yeah, like, or just tell me what to do on like the next creative idea. So it's
Or
like,
shoot me in the face with a snowball gun.
exactly. God, that freaking Christmas stream. Yo, wait, I think you were there, right? It broke when she was doing it.
And mad people redeem snowballs.
Someone bans on you, please.
And I was there for it. I was part of the person who did that.
Yeah, like you, Pantro, I think Garbage and Cambo were like the big masterminds of all of that when it was happening.
That's what happens when you save up those channel points. You don't let them all go at once, even though I'm a TTS fiend.
Exactly. Garbage says she was incredibly kind and welcoming when I was your guest. Very lovely woman. Let's go. Hell yeah. Love to see that.
It was a great time, man. It was a great time. We love Garbage. It was a good time.
One day you guys will see the boss on stream. She once a while, like right when the beginning of my streaming career started, she went one time on stream and played Fortnite on like a random Saturday night.
Go.
And I was like, any bits that like get made in the channel, just keep them. Just because you were the one on the camera and everything. Like, I would say hi to everybody in chat, and she would just be there like playing Fortnite. But that was like such a long time ago that she's long overdue for an appearance on stream. So maybe we'll see the boss on stream one day.
A Mrs. Just Laying Down.
The boss is literally the mastermind of this stream. JLD will confirm. That is 1000% confirmed. She
Shout out to the queens.
she originally was like, you sure this is gonna work, like this Twitch stuff? And then I proved her wrong with it. So
Hell yeah.
that's one thing I'm proud of.
You never know the outcome of anything. You know what I mean? Like, that's, you never know. Like, is your job going to work? Like, you never know. But all you can do is, put forth your best effort and, believe, and always just be pure with your movement and intention, and everything else going to fall into place how it should.
Yes. Let's see. Got a lot of questions. I appreciate everybody that's pulling up with these questions. This is freaking awesome.
Hey, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to jump in. We tweeted it out, man. It's all for you guys.
Exclamation point, tweet, and chat. Let's let everybody know we live right now.
Bring them in.
Next question comes from Vibe.
Okay, I love the Vibe Queen.
I haven't found her. I still don't know where she's at. Where's your go-to place when you want to disconnect and ground yourself?
It's a great question. I have two. I really have two places. One is, believe it or not, just in my house. You know, like just being alone. Just any room, you know what I mean? Usually where there's some sunlight, maybe the living room, the couch or something where I can kind of vibe out. Or my second place is a lake that's kind of by my house. It's kind of maybe like a 15 to 20-minute drive, if that. But that is a place where I've gone a couple of times when I've been in emotional distress or confusion, and just parked up and just looked out at the lake and played some, some real nice just music, some soft instrumentals in the background, things to just kind of release your mind. But I really love the lake and nature for that. But I also don't mind my living room.
Dude, I feel you, man. I work from homes and my fiance doesn't. So most of the day I'm by myself at home. And I will say it is a very, like, obviously I want her here all the time. I want to spend time with her. But those alone times do help you out to clear your mind when you're stressed out, when you're thinking of stuff for streaming, like when you just need time to brainstorm and all that. So like that alone time, that time to think is very critical, whether it's for Twitch, whether it's for your job, whether it's because you're going through something in your life. Those are absolutely needed, because if you're just nonstop being overwhelmed with some kind of topic, some kind of thing that's bothering you, you're never going to get that time to actually solve whatever problem is happening.
You need that alone time.
I feel you, Cambo. And I saw Vibes as well. Hers is also the lake as well.
Yes, we love the lake.
Besides that, I live in New York, so there's no way I could drive anywhere. But
you'd have to go upstate.
Unless there's there's a park nearby I could technically go to. I just never actually walked there by myself. I do enjoy
those gritty New York streets, baby.
I do enjoy going upstate though. So the in-laws and I will drive to the Catskills up in upstate New York, and being a city guy, seeing nature once a year is actually very soothing. So it lets me relate to what you just said about
the energy flows
about the nature
when you're in nature. It's free flowing. You're around everything that is literally existing through energy. You get away from all those distractions and the noise and the busyness of life, where people are just running around like chickens with their head cut off, and you get some time to really just sit and find that inner peace. And it's beautiful. It's a breath of fresh air, literally.
You can come back with a more well-balanced mindset of what you want to do, of whatever it is that is bothering you. So
facts. Navigate through that mess.
Guys, take care of your well-being, and if you gotta go someplace to clear your head, that's your brain telling you to go. Don't let anything else tell you otherwise. Big Easy, do the one channel point one, so that way it comes up in my queue.
That's my man BIG3ZTTV, baby.
Let's go. Yeah, he was also on Couch Talk. W conversation with him as well.
Go. Mad love Phantom. Phantom.
Yo, we love Phantom.
It's like the Phantom Menace.
Yeah, it's the one channel, the first one there. Ask couch talk guest question.
Look at
That should
Celery
be
out
it.
here. Where are the nipples? That's for celebratory streams only.
At the 2 year, or no. In whenever you become partner, that's the next nipple stream.
Hey, you never know. Maybe I'll whip them out this Wednesday. Who knows?
Don't threaten me with a good time, Maddie, please. Let's go. Yo, Phantom, have a great rest of your night.
Questions. I'm very excited for all these questions. Thank you to everybody participating, asking some questions, man. It means the world.
Absolutely. So our next one's coming from Cambo Combo.
Let's go.
And the question is, what is something that motivates you as a streamer and a everyday person?
I think for me, it's gratitude. Just gratitude and the opportunity to be able to do what I do. I don't ever take it for granted. And since I started doing it, streaming, and I treat it just like I live my life. You know, you wake up, you have more smiles than frowns. You do your best to give your best, and if you can help elevate someone else around you and improve the quality of their life and day, then to me that's a win. And I just try to translate that from my real life into streaming. And my boy Coughs told me to just be myself when I started this journey. And just like I did on my podcast for years, I'm the same here. And it's refreshing and beautiful to see how many people get really positively impacted. So that commitment really continues to me, makes me continue, or allows me to continue to be consistent in my efforts to do what I do.
Dude, I love the Discord messages you be posting.
The motivation.
Yeah, like you put it in my Discord, and for anybody else that has anybody that has Maddie Pace in their Discord, like, you know what I'm talking about. Them motivational paragraphs, they be popping off, and they literally help me out throughout the day. So thank you for that.
Oh, pleasure's mine. I've been doing that for a long time. I've been doing those sorts of messages and things for over a decade, believe it or not. On Facebook, it all started at Maddie's Motivation. So yes. I've been doing that for a long time, just selflessly, just trying to get people to not so much change them, but just to give someone a different perspective on what they've been harping on in one angle, when there's so many different ones you could take, but we always attach ourselves to the one that brings us down the most for some reason. You know, so it's just a breath of fresh air. I think, you know, if someone needs it, someone gets something positive from it, then that's a win in my book.
Do you think of those on the spot?
Yeah, everything that you see me post, I just feel it, you know, kind of like a vessel. How I just kind of take in the emotions from what I'm experiencing a lot of times in the mornings. And I feel like the more you open yourself up to life, the more that you get hit with different emotions and thoughts. And I just do that I just put out whatever I feel in the moment. You know, could be anything on any given day.
And I want to give a big shout out to Cambo too, because not only do you do that on our Discord, but Cambo Combo has been doing that as well on a lot of the Discords that I'm a part of as well. And he's been doing it in ours as well. Just like nonstop motivation. And I noticed that he started doing it like shortly before I like took my 2-week like vacation away from Twitch. And Cambo, it helped out a lot. I will tell you straight up. Both like his and like Maddie's, just seeing it all the time. It's nice to see positivity coming from the Twitch world rather than like all this fighting and drama and stuff. And like, you know, you just got to stay away from it a lot of times. And once you do, the positivity part of things actually means much more, because you don't have to deal with like all the bullshit that you're used to seeing all the time. And like, whether that be Twitter or Twitch or IRL, your job, somebody's gossiping about you at work or something stupid. But it's just nice to see that all around. Also, guys, let's go. I appreciate the questions still coming in. Let's freaking go.
Let's go.
Yo, it's freaking awesome. Yes, Big Easy got another 2. Yo, love to see it, man. Like, I have my questions, but I like everybody. Like, I prefer the chat's questions, because like, I mean, they end up putting stuff. Yeah, I'll blend them in for sure. You know, we're gonna do one. I guess we'll do Zunya's, even though we should be banning her the entire time. We'll do Zunya's, and then I'll actually throw in one of mine afterwards.
All right, so, dope.
So Zenya asks, what made you want to stream and what are your goals as a streamer? Also, what started the stream dream?
So that's a good question. What was it again? What made me want to stream?
Yes. And what are your goals as a streamer?
And what are my goals? Okay, so what made me want to stream was it almost fell in my lap. I was faced with a decision at the beginning of last year to either do something at my job that I just, to me, was morally wrong, that they shouldn't have even thought about asking or trying to enforce. It was either do that or say no, stand my ground, and take the repercussions, which was being let go. So I say that I took a leap of faith because I knew what I was going to get if I chose the route that I chose. But I made them have to do the dirty work to get me out of there. So I then was thinking to myself, well, what am I going to do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was talking to my buddy Carbone, aka Coughs, and he was like, I had this thought in my mind to start streaming anyways, kind of lingering, but I never really gave it too much thought. And he told me to start streaming, that he would set it up for me and all this and that. So I left with the idea. I went through a lot of spiritual enlightenment at that time, the most self-growth I've ever experienced in my life in a span of a few weeks. And I documented it, how I was navigating through that mess at the time, or what seemed to be a mess, to develop the clarity that I received. And I recorded all those episodes on my podcast, which I will always love and have, which is great to look back on. And that's when I started my own business, an LLC. And
Yes.
then I purchased all the equipment on the business because it's an arts and entertainment business that I usually MC events for weddings or parties, whatever it may be.
Tax deductions.
And yeah. And then I ended up just kind of starting the stream. My boy Koff set it all up. I was like, what do I do? When do I stream? What's everything? And I just sat back and just, thought about it a little bit, and then just started streaming and giving people who I am, and just like my podcast. And it was a lot of growth over the first few months in a sense of myself, because I hit a wall. I was streaming 7 days a week for like 5-6 hours at a time, which is more than I do now. I had even played video games a little bit here and there, not much, but a little. But that's what really started the whole streaming career for me. And ever since then, it's just been a passion, and I can't picture myself not doing it, whether it's on Twitch or whether it's on Sirius XM or whether it's on,
Hot
like
97.
we talked, a Hot 97, you know what I mean? Whatever it may be.
Dude, and like, it's just out of this world. Like I said before, you just like came out of nowhere with like the amount of growth that you have. And like, I think at one point, like we all, like as non-affiliates at one point, we're just trying to figure ourselves out, not only with like who we are or what we do, but like trying to figure out, like you said, like streaming 7 days a week. We didn't know what to do. Is this the right formula? Should we be streaming less? Should we be supporting more? Should we be like
what you do, the
going
times,
everywhere?
a whole nine. Yeah. How do you get viewers? How do you do this? You step into the unknown, you know what I mean? But if you're open to learning those things, then, and reaching out and not being afraid to ask questions, then that is going to bridge the gap between not knowing and figuring it out,
Exactly. And I think we are surrounded with a lot of people in our community that are very supportive and are willing to help us during those times as well. Like if we're not sure of something, whether it's, oh, how do you do this on your stream, or like what's the best like best way to go about this, when should we go live, when should we not go live, should we add this to our overlay, etc. That like, I think I wouldn't say like, oh, we're in perfect hands, but like we have people that are willing to go above and beyond and help us a little bit. Midge, I appreciate the retweet.
For sure. I didn't have any, I had a couple of people at first try to do that, but I didn't have any communities really. I wasn't affiliated with a lot of communities. I had one, which was great, but I mean, you can go back. Some of the clips that get aired out, man, they were the typical like OBS. Like I was trying to watch videos on how to do this, and I was creating like the little words background. I didn't know how to make anything move, how to make anything jump. And just like you said, through the help of others and a little bit of just, having it in you to figure it out, is really what it's going to come down to, because not everybody's going to be there to hold your hand every hour, every minute of every hour of every day. You're going to have to take that accountability and learn some things for yourself. And that's what separates leaders from followers in my book.
You can lead a horse to the water, but you can't teach it to drink on its own.
That's right.
I think
Viper,
that's
I
what the
love you
saying
too,
is.
baby. That's right, and it's so true, man. Another one good is good for my religious people that I heard was, God will give you the oars to row your boat, but He's not going to row it for you. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? You're given everything you already need. You already got everything you need inside you to do more than survive, but rather thrive. But it's on you acknowledging that and really getting out of your own way to make it happen.
And at the end of the day, it comes down to that, like your drive, like how bad do you want this? Whether it's you want Twitch partner, whether it's you're trying to hit a certain amount of average views, whether it's you're trying to hit 1,000 followers on TikTok, how bad do you want it is what it comes
She
down
asked
to.
about the goals too. I zonked out for a second. She asked
There you
about
go.
what my stream goals are, right?
Yes. What is your goals as a streamer? Correct.
So my goals in streaming, there's no direct goal for me other than continue to do what I've been doing with hopes that it'll attract more attention, because to me, the more people that I have in the chat when I'm live, the more people that I know that I'm having an impact on. And to me, it's all about impact. I've done the same quality stream when I had 1 viewer and when I've had 125. It hasn't changed, and it never will change, because I just love the passion and I do it for the right reasons. In my eyes, is my right reasons. Not that there's a right and a wrong. Everyone's got their own intentions with it, but those are mine, just to grow in that form.
For me, we're about to ask the next question shortly. Mitch Star, what's going on?
Let's go.
So I actually don't know if this was directed towards me or for you, but I guess I'll ask it anyway if you know the answer. If not, all good. This is from Muscle Man. Who was your most hated wrestler growing up?
I think that one was for you, but I'll answer that. If you want to answer, you take the wheels first. Who was your most hated wrestler growing up?
At the time, probably Edge, because I was a big John Cena fanboy. And I know at the time when I started watching wrestling, Edge had cashed in his Money in the Bank on John Cena to win the title. And at the time, I didn't understand what Money in the Bank was. I was still new to it. So I was like, oh, Edge just rigged it so he could win the title. But I've grown to love Edge as a wrestler, and I'm glad he was.
I was a beast. Him and Gangrel, they were a beast, dude.
Just like when I cashed my Money in a Bank on you, Imagine garbage. I still have mine.
I think, you know what? I really didn't like Kurt Angle. I really did not like Kurt Angle growing up.
Oh wait, actually no, the exclamation points don't work. Yeah, everybody loved doing the "you suck" in the audience, and it like always made me die laughing every time, whether it was in 06 or whether it was back in the 90s when he first started. It was mad funny seeing the "you suck" be a part of the entrance
a big
music.
Fan of Kurt Angle. Just couldn't stand the guy, even though he was a gold medalist, one with a broken neck. Like, there was just something about his character I just didn't like.
I mean, he played a good heel, so he played a great heel, but you know,
sure, yeah, he did good at his job. If a wrestler can make you really not like them, they're doing their job to a T.
Exactly, and usually the heels get the most like attention. They're the ones making the views, not the baby faces. So they're technically doing like double the work to try and keep the audience intrigued. That's why like Roman Reigns now like is doing such a good job as a heel, and Sami Zayn is like the baby face. So it works hand in hand. Yo, Peachy, I appreciate you. I like heels more. Triple H was my all-time favorite. I agree, Fredo. That's a good one.
Triple H was a beast, man. I mean, Stone Cold and The Rock. I mean, those are my two like all-time for sure.
I would love to meet either of them. That would be like a dream come true.
Hey, you never know.
Either of them.
You never know. You be spreading this JLD universe all over the place, man. You never know. The Rock could come scoop it up real quick.
He might like one of my videos. You never know.
He probably has. He's on a burner account. Doesn't want all the attention.
Right? Right? He's probably just like laughing his ass off on a burner and then just like keeping it professional on the Rock.
It's all in how you believe. You know what I mean? You got to believe it.
We're going to make it happen.
That's right.
All right. We got Big Easy with his first question. how did you first discover your talent for freestyling, and when did you start to take it seriously?
I was in high school. I was probably, I think it was real early in my high school career. I was probably around, it's probably around a freshman or a sophomore, maybe
Hmm.
ish, I'd say. And I remember the first time really doing freestyle. Me and my boy Josh went over to my friend Raquel's house. It was late night. We had smoked. We were chilling. We went for a walk because we used to call it the berry patch because there were like all the streets in this neighborhood were named after like berries. It was it was the weirdest shit, like a blackberry, a strawberry. It was just strange. So we went over and to my friend Raquel's backyard where we could just go whenever, and we went on the trampoline and we had smoked up and we were just chilling, and then all of a sudden, I don't know, it just felt right, and we just started spitting, and he started doing a little beat, and I just kept spitting, and I realized I had a natural knack and ability to try to, mend words on the spot. But that was the first time I ever did it like with somebody. Before that, it was just like, you have thoughts in your head or the shower or something, rhyming along to music. Biggie was a big influence in my life for a lot of years, and you know, that's kind of where it started. Was back in high school.
Dude, people with that talent are just, I cannot process it. My brain cannot process trying to figure out words on the fly like that. So I have big respect for that you're able to do that, making
Thank
it
you.
look so flawless.
I
Yo,
can't
Rainy,
build a
what's
house,
going on?
but I
First
can
time
make the
chat.
beams dance. You feel me? Rainy, what is good, baby?
Let's freaking go. First time chat. I appreciate you stopping in, hanging out with the one and
Rainy?
only Maddie Pace, pronounces daddy.
I love Rainy. Oh my God, I'm about to bust.
Let him know. Let him know.
He loves it.
Oh,
Thanks,
man.
dude. My man, Big.
Let's go. We got, let me go through. Peachy. Even though I don't know if Peachy's here. Peachy, you here? Or maybe when she's back, we could probably.
That's right, Celery.
You know what? When Peachy comes back, we'll ask her questions. So I'll actually go to Celery's now,
Okay.
just so at least Peachy can hear the question. I know she'll be able to see the VOD, but just in case, you never know. Hussein, what's going on? How are you tonight? Ruling Celery asks, when you dropping that Good Vibe album?
I didn't know I had one. I didn't know I had one coming out.
Oh yes, daddy.
But who knows? You know what I mean? I'm supposed to Bankai really wants me to get in the studio and record like, 3 songs and
I got
send
you,
it to
garbage.
him. And he's gonna plug him in because he's in the music industry. So he really wants me to record 3 songs and send it to him. So it's just a matter of doing something like that and doing it, just executing it.
Dude, I can't wait for the mixtape cover. That's gonna be the most fire mixtape cover of all time.
Imagine.
All right. Moan for me. I apologize. But I do have your question now. This is from Moan for me.
Okay.
Where do you get your inspirational speeches from? You hit me every time when you do, and it melts my world.
I really just pull them from my own thoughts and soul. You know what I mean? Everything is fresh off the top. Sometimes I touch upon things that I may have written down on like a motivational post in Discords or Maddie's motivation or like Twitter, where I put out short little things and I just expand on them. Cause I'm limited in the realm of like, let's say Twitter with only so many numbers, and I'm not gonna do subtweets. So I like to take a little piece of what I do and then just expand on it. And sometimes it is just fresh off the top, just spitting it how I feel in the moment. Maybe someone has a request on looking at life differently, but I just take advantage of my freestyle nature and spirituality and just letting it rain down from the heavens, baby.
Dude, like I said before, I work from home, and you are one of the several people that I will keep up the entire time, because while I'm getting my work done, whether it's your freestyle, whether it's the poem, whether it's the motivational speech, dude, you have me hooked no matter what. So like the fact that you're like thinking of that like right on the spot is just crazy. So like I freaking love it, man. Like I
Means the world.
I catch myself jamming now. Like when I spam those emotes in your chat, dude, that's because I'm literally in my head like, yo, like, sheesh, this guy's going crazy right now. Like I need to put something. Is there FJLD hoodie? Is a t-shirt available? But
Let's go.
wait, did you really redeem the JLD hoodie? High exposure? I mean, I'm not up at the top of the queue yet, so I don't even know. But let me know if you actually did. That would be crazy if you did. And yes, exclamation point merchant chat. He would do that. Nah, he would have refunded high exposure. He refunds everybody. I had him up the whole time listening today while I was in the back of my I had breakfast. I was like working on some stuff. I didn't have any meetings today, but like I had you on my phone. It was wild.
I appreciate the opportunity.
You're not freestyling right now, so that's why my house isn't on fire. But like once you
I don't know if I can afford to cover the expenses in a New York apartment.
I got rental insurance. We'll be all right. We'll just tell the FDNY that Maddie Pace was freestyling. They'll understand.
Let's get it.
Let me see. So Big Easy. Okay, yeah, I got you. And then when Peachy pulls up, can somebody in chat just let me know so I can go back to her question? I want to make sure she's here for it. Big Easy asks, what inspired you to start streaming your freestyle performances on Twitch? And how did you build up your following on the platform?
I just decided, I just kind of stumbled upon, when I started out, I was myself, but to an extent. And then, I don't know what it was, but one day I just started a freestyle. I don't know what it was. I just started to feel it. It wasn't pre-planned or anything like that. I just started to do it. And then I found myself just naturally just going into that, you know what I mean, during the day. And it's really good if, let's say, like a chat slows down. And I know I have a lot of people lurking because from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern time, I mean, I'm surprised I get anybody in there that's able to talk because people are working, you know, or people are just waking up and starting their day, then going to work in the West Coast. People are ending their night in Australia. You know, the UK is like 5-6 hours ahead. So it's a very awkward time. But it just started. It just happened. And as for building up my following, I build genuine connection with people that come into the chat. And I think that when you, I can't really explain it. I mean, I have the chat and people in the community to really thank for the following. The only thing I have to do with it is that I'm live and communicating to the chat, you know, and trying to, you know, grow with them and asking them questions and having fun and being playful and trying to make it a place where I'd want to be. You know what I mean? And that's just my type of vibe and energy. So I really just have the community to thank for growing it because when you are live, I've had people come in from their communities and just completely share my stuff in their discords and, you know, text someone like, you got to come in here and hear this and that. And it's truly humbling. So I don't owe a lot of that to myself. I mean, I'm just who I am, but I really praise everyone in the community that does that. And they're the reason that I'm growing the way that I am. I just do what I love. And I'm a firm believer that if you do what you love long enough at the certain level of consistency, then it's not a matter of if something pops, it's just when. And I really have the whole community to thank for that. Princess has been a godsend. She showed
Princess.
Me more people than I could have ever imagined. So there's always going to be little like gems like that open the floodgates to meeting massive amounts of people. And even the smaller numbers, that's amazing to me. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not a numbers guy ever, but I attribute my growth to connection and also people feeling comfortable enough to share my content and having people come in.
For those in the chat that don't know, the way Maddie and I met was through Princess. I did a pop-up stream one Friday. I don't stream Fridays, but I woke up one Friday morning and was like, you know what? I'm gonna stream today just because I felt like it. All of a sudden, Maddie raids. I had seen his name before. FB Nizzle. I had seen his name before, but I didn't really know who he was. So it was an opportunity to meet him, get to know him a bit. Obviously, we exchanged like in chat, we get to talk a little bit. But once I went into that channel, boy, the rest is history. It's just like it's something I had never seen before, and that's why I always come to you. Like it's like the freestyle and all that. It's just something I've never seen before on Twitch, or maybe I have, maybe I haven't. I don't know. But it's just like
I say, you know, you never know what you're gonna get when you come here, but you always know you'll leave with something more than you came in with, even if it's something as simple as a smile.
Exactly. Except for B-Nizzle. We can cancel B-Nizzle.
For 20 gifted, you can cancel Bees Nizzle on any day in my stream of the month. 20 gifted will get you a Bee Nizzle banning.
Anybody that uses free the nizzle in my chat though gets instantly banned.
You have to ban me then. Take away my badge. I lose
Wow. There you go. There you go. All right. See you, everybody. Bye. Have a good night, everybody.
everything. See ya.
But yeah, Celery is right. Like Princess pulls up and recommends everybody to everybody, and it's really nice to see that. So like
one of the hardest working women on Twitch, man. One of the hardest working women and just individuals on Twitch I've ever met.
Fantastic human being. Princess, I hope you enjoy the JLD hoodie that you get whenever it does ship.
Let's go.
But I'm glad I met you as well, and thank you for always recommending people to people.
I love him.
What can I say? When I first saw Maddie, I said I wasn't available. I'm dead, bro. Watch his brother and daddy.
Ooh, Midge.
I'm chilling like a billion. Yo, what? But yo, B-Nizzle, how you doing, bro? I was amazed when I checked him out for the first time. Yo, right? I haven't even redeemed like the poem yet. I should do a poem tomorrow, like redeem it.
You definitely shouldn't give me something wild, because if there's one person that stands out to me with the custom poem redemptions, it is definitely just Slacker Will. He redeems the most wild random shit in hopes that it'll help me, but it just never happens.
God, when I first met Maddie, I couldn't get off his stream. Yo, that's why I keep it there. Oh my God, yo, someone ban B-Nizzle, please. We're gonna.
Hola Litla. I've given Ola like a whole album worth of songs whenever she comes through the channel.
Let's go. Oh, we love Ola. Ola was our last guest on Couch Talk back in December. Had a little bit of a break. But we are back. And for anybody that is tuning in for the first time right now, exclamation point guest in the chat. If you want to check out Matty Pace, you'll find there his Twitch channel, his merch store, his Twitter account, and I think his Instagram as well.
Let's go.
So make sure y'all get to typing that in chat, because he is definitely someone you don't want to miss. Definitely a W streamer. First time I seen Maddie and he did his inspirational speaking, I started to tear up. It's definitely life-changing, and it's nice to see that kind of motivation in somebody's stream. So it's nice to see. He drops some wrestling bars harder than Randy Orton can drop an RKO. I'm dead. All right, so let's keep going with these questions. So we got Celery. Celery's next question. Are you an ass, boob, or bicho guy?
Booties. And occasionally bicho, but that's only with JLD and the Gray Sweats and a few other members of the community. So I'm gonna say booty over everything.
Gray Sweats just for you, Matt.
Let's go. We got the Tims in there.
And you know what, Maddie? And we got the Tims. I bought the Tims out just for you, bro.
I knew it was coming. I
had to bring the Tims out, bro.
I love it.
And my hat's backwards, but I had to put this for you, bro. Got the Yankee hat.
I love it. That's that New York. We just, underneath that hoodie is a 4X tall tee, bringing it back to 07. You know what I mean?
Someone ban garbage, please.
But
someone ban garbage.
That's the booty gang all day. I'm a big booty man. I say that's where you spend most of your time anyways when you're with somebody. So you got to have something nice down there.
Someone ban B-Nizzle too. Let's go, Fredo. Let them know, Fredo.
Let's go.
Yeah. I think at one point I was wearing like the XL t-shirts too back in the 2000s. I was a skinny kid at the time, so an XL was more than enough to be baggy for me. And then I had like the jean shorts and everything. I don't have pictures, but I do remember wearing all that crazy nonsense compared to what we wear now.
100p. So it's a different world now.
Bro, I'm gonna be rocking a G-Unit 4X t-shirt. Let them know. I'm sure Garbage wore that too, trying to fit in.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Kids wore the double t-shirts, different colors at Foot Locker, 2 for $20. I remember the whole deal.
Yo, models. Even though there's not that many models anymore though. But
I never went to one.
What?
Yeah, never. I don't believe I ever went to a Modell's.
That's a national, like, just to be sure, that's a national store, right? Like, that's all over the 50 states. Like, I'm not bugging. It's not New York only.
It might be diabetic sugar daddy resumes, but I'll make an exception. I love it.
Ay, Dios. Wepa. I need Fatchy sound effect. Wepa.
Make me harder.
Nah, we're going to skip B-Nizzle's question. Screw F that.
Dagger gang.
Dick's Sporting Goods took over. Let them know, Thunder. I think I agree with that because there's a Dick's Sporting Goods by me as well. Rexshot, how you doing? I saw you there.
Go.
Yeah, I used to be in Modell's a lot back in the day. Whether it was buying fitteds or like just t-shirts in general or just sports stuff.
I don't remember going to a Modell's Sporting Goods.
Jimmy Jazz was good too, Rexshot. Yep. I like Jimmy Jazz.
Wild.
Didn't hear you if you answered. I still haven't gone through all the questions, so
Let's go.
my apologies if I didn't get to everybody's questions yet. We're just going one by one on them. Town for freestyling, inspirational speeches. Peachy's not back yet. I'll skip that. VIM was my shit, yo, Rexshot. Big facts. Good vibe album. Performances. All right. Cambo's question is actually next.
Let's go.
Where do you see yourself 5 years from now, whether it be on Twitch or anywhere in life?
Sheesh. That's a tough question to ask. I haven't looked that far in the future, to be honest. I think I'm a big present guy. You know what I mean? So I don't focus too much on the past or the future. But if I were to really think about it, I think that I'm just gonna be somewhere on a bigger scale. I don't know if that is Twitch. I don't know if that is somewhere else, but I think right now I can feel the energy shifting. I've been feeling it for a little while, and whatever is meant to happen is going to happen. But I really think I'm going to be able to continue to do what I do, be who I am, and just excel at a rapid rate and grow it on like a worldwide scale. I think I'm going to be known for uplifting.
Yo, let them know. I'm actually not from Queens, but I've lived in Queens for the past few years. Crosslink, what's going on, my friend? Yo, don't listen to Beaners. Like, that's ban worthy saying I'm from the Bronx. I swear to God, bro. Hold Up could be from the Bronx, but I'm not from the Bronx.
Let's go, baby.
Bro, I'm just winging it right now. Plans, no plans, no nothing. Dude, I appreciate you choosing us for your raid, man. And yeah, take your time, dude. Whenever you can stream. Don't try to put on a schedule if you're not able to put on that schedule. Who's from Staten Island? Who's from Staten Island, MBM? I feel like MBM would be the type to live in Staten Island. And not even by the ferry, but like at the most bottom end of Staten Island would be where MBM lives.
I love it.
What, you mean that's bandwidth? We always have a joke here, Fold Up, where we laugh at like the Bronx. Like Staten Island's obviously the most forgotten borough, but you know, we always laugh at the Bronx.
What's the hold up?
Rhode Island is greater than Staten Island. Let them know, garbage. That is 1000% facts. My two-step bros, welcome in. Staten Island is literally a garbage dump.
Ooh,
Bronx is second dirtiest. And now we got all the New York City folks arguing in chat about the boroughs. Whose toe do I gotta suck to get a hug? Imagine. Yo, I can tell me your sound clips, bro. You be having some funny ones. The car, the oh my god, I'm about to bust, all that.
I'll just record them. I'll just record them for you. This is anytime.
Or like have them as like, well, actually no, the money one is your entrance command right now. So like the one you clipped, like what was it, like a week ago or two, something like that?
Maybe. Yeah, time flies,
dude.
My two bros, gorgeous.
Let's see. High exposure took a screenshot. We just answered Big E's question. Guys, if you take a screenshot of the channel, feel free to join our Discord. There's a channel there with all the screenshots everybody takes.
Let's
so if you want to see those and all the off-guard picks, you can just check them out there, ! Discord and chat.
And
the only good thing,
flies, baby, let the questions fly. We out here.
The only good thing that ever came out of New York was the Home Alone movie. I'm dead, bro.
Oh Lord.
MBM, come to New York. I'll show you a good time.
I love MBM.
He should have got kicked out of the hockey game, but it's all good. All right, so we're actually coming towards the end of the chat question. Guys, feel free to ask as many questions as you like. There's a 1 channel point redeem where you can ask a question. Feel free to interact with Maddie. This is an interactive discussion for everybody. So feel free to ask whatever you'd like to get to know Maddie. And for those who may not know who Maddie is, ! guest in the chat. So, ruling celery. Does it ever get exhausting having to keep the hype and good vibes? Which is a good question because you stream like for what 4 hours straight.
Yeah, we do 4 hours. We do 20 hours a week. And it's always intense and high energy, but it's really not, because that's just who I am. And you know what really is good and levels me out is when people do redeem the Inspire Me redemptions, because it's a good time to kind of like, you know, not not necessarily decompress, but it's not about me being hype. It's not about spreading that type of energy, but now it's focused more on, calm, cool, and collected, and showing you that you're always more in control of your emotions than you may think, because 1 second I'm freestyle rapping, going hard, and then I can just we cut it, and then we can have a serious talk, or just flow in and out naturally. And I think it's really good. So to me personally, I don't find it difficult to keep up with the energy and the hype and the vibe. Um, and if it did, I wouldn't fight it. I'm also not a person that's gonna keep like trying to pull blood from a stone. If I'm feeling a certain type of way, then I'm just gonna feel, kind of that way. And if it's on a lower energy, but just more like intuitive, more inspirational, then we're gonna ride that wave. You know what I mean? Because I feel like everything is presented to you in life for a reason, and the more that we fight those things, the harder it is to really maneuver through them. So I don't find it too difficult, and I appreciate the question.
I think if it's your passion, you end up taking more effort into what you're doing. So like
Like
I
Kobe
used
playing ball.
do, yeah, exactly. Like when you actually are like about it and you like have this passion to pursue your dreams, whatever it is, whether it's what you do, whether it's somebody who wants to be a singer or wants to be an actor or whatever, you will do whatever it takes to keep the energy no matter what, and
Yeah.
not make excuses of just like, oh, like I'll do this tomorrow, or like I'll just put in the energy next stream, and I'll just kind of just be like, all right, time to read out, like
Facts,
I'm
man. I
tired,
always
I'm gonna go
say
home.
excuses only favor the misfortunes of your life. The more
Mm-hmm.
excuses you create and cater to, the less you're gonna receive in life, and the more negatives you'll bring into it.
Oh, MBM, the all the channel points and sound alerts are, well, most of the channel points, well, I think all sound alerts are disabled during the interview, just so that way it doesn't like interrupt the entire stream nonstop. I know there's a lot of people here that will literally spam exclamation point fish nonstop if they could.
I'm one of them.
B Nizzle, B Nizzle. Maddie too, exactly. You'll end up doing it on your own interview. You'll just end up spamming fish while
I
you're
would.
talking about all this.
Why not? Why not?
And we knew MBM would be here, so we had to turn him off.
Let's go.
Awesome Killer, welcome in. I appreciate you. Welcome in, my friend. What is exclamation point nutshot? That is major Ayo. Where is Cambo to say Ayo?
We love Cambo in the AOs.
Yo, literally the Ayo master. And he has the
Get him
emote for
real
it now.
sussy. He loves feeding into the sussiness when I come into his chat.
There's the Ayo.
He loves it.
Beanizzle, should I just like, I'll do a bunch of hydrates as I go by.
I'm taking all the hydrates from JLD, so don't you worry about that.
Dude, Beanizzle thinks we're gonna chug water here, like go.
We got plenty in this big, black, thick watering can.
Yo, dude, I was not expecting the chapstick. I was like, that's so freaking cool, man.
Yes. Yes, you love that? I always try to do giveaway like two fun little things that you don't know are coming. Like I did with the t-shirt drops, I did the stickers, and occasionally a koozie. If you bought two t-shirts, you'd get a free koozie.
Yeah.
And then I had to think about what am I gonna do with beanies and hoodies, and I said, it's fall. Even in summer, people love it. Some people are fiends for the chapstick, and I said, screw it. Let's put my logo on this bad Larry and send it out with SPF 15. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo, Beanizzle. I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that.
Let's
But
go.
yeah, dude, I was opening up the package and like I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, the hoodie. Let me tell you something. USPS is freaking trash. They left your package in front of the door, did not ring the doorbell. Anybody could have
wild.
walked down the sidewalk and took it. And then they'd
That's
be
an
repping Maddie
attractive
Pace
package,
merch instead of
too.
me.
That's an attractive ass package too. They would have
Dude.
got a nice note written out and everything.
Dude, like that, the logo is really nice. Like it could really like if I saw this like on a store or something, like hella professional. Like,
Thank you.
so
Take pride
like,
in what we do. Sage.
yo, what up,
love
Sage? How
Sage.
you doing?
She's up because she is Sage.
Let them know. Let
She's
them know.
on my cheeks.
Yo, we love Sage.
Let's
But
go.
thankfully, I checked tracking and it said delivered. And then when I look in the hallway, it's not there. So I'm like, oh boy, someone freaking took this package. I'm screwed.
Good.
I open the door and it's like right outside, just sitting there. I'm like, are you serious? Let's be real. The chapstick is because everyone stays so thirsty. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, Hood. 1000%. Hey, just we're doing great, Sage. We're interviewing the GOAT himself, Matty Pace. We're getting to know him. Feel free to ask any questions you'd like. There's a channel point. Oh, let's go, Garbage. Let's freaking go. There's a channel point. That's one channel point. If you want to ask him questions, just so I can track them, feel free to ask whatever you'd like if you want to get to know him on a more personal level.
Literally anything. You ever have a question, a little curiosity thing, you know what I mean? Post it anonymously if you want, you know, tell JLD not to tell me who it is or something. Like, feel free and encourage, because I mean, I just love to get to know people on a deeper level.
We're gonna skip MBM's question, by the way. Like, when I get to it, we're just gonna ignore it. Big Easy's next question. What other artists or performers have been particularly influential to you in your journey as a freestyle rapper, and how have they inspired your own style and approach? Unfollowing.
Oh, I think for performers, I haven't been to a crazy amount of shows. I've been to a decent amount, but for performers, I mean, one of the best, probably my number one that I went to was Lil Wayne.
Nice.
That dude puts on a show, and especially because he has so much music from when he was like 15. It's just amazing, all the hits he comes out. The energy is live. I will say that Jaden Smith puts on a hell of a show. I saw him open up for J. Cole on his KOD tour. But I think for the freestyle aspect and everything, I think a lot of it has to do with just growing up listening to Biggie, Big L, a lot of Jay-Z, a little blend in of Nas, and some other, you know, like Bun B a little bit, like subtly, Ludacris, people like that, you know, kind of like old school. And for current day, definitely Kendrick and J. Cole, 110%. Those are like the modern day Biggie and Tupac. So definitely those two right there for this time. And I've been to a bunch of J. Cole concert, and he always puts on a great concert. Especially, I saw him perform a Dollar in a Dream tour years ago, and he was at UNH.
Nice.
UNH College, and it was crazy. He had a live band and everything. It was banging. It was so dope.
J. Cole.
Mojo Magic, let's go, baby.
Yeah, what up, Mojo? What up, OG Nixter? Did I miss anybody? Rolio, welcome in. We give Rolio a super shout out just because MBM said to ban him. So we're going to give him a super shout out. Clint Backwood as well. Welcome in.
Clint.
Yeah, we love Clint Backwood. Clint was also a guest on Couch Talk a few months ago. I forget when exactly, but he was part of it as well.
Clint Backwood emotes for him.
Oh, hell yeah, bro. Also, Backwood, how's the baby doing? Hope everything's going good with the baby.
Facts. We miss Backwood streams.
Yo, let him know exactly. J. Cole, I was just talking to my fiance about J. Cole. J. Cole is like you see all these big like performers out there, Migos, Cardi B, like rich and famous people. You don't see J. Cole doing that. He got all this freaking talent, and this guy just chills in New York City a lot of times. People have caught him like just chilling at like going to food trucks in Queens. He'll be bike riding. Yeah, it's like, bro.
He's one with the people, man. He doesn't care about the flash, you know? Like, you can watch J. Cole interviews, and that's what I love most. He's to me though, his lyricism and his articulate thoughts and his delivery really are just so much different than a lot of the rappers that are out now and that have been out. You know what I mean? It's just, there's so much substance. There's lines in lines. There's no one in my eyes that is better on a feature in this day and age than J. Cole. He makes you forget that it's not his song and that he's a feature. He just dominates.
Dude, and like I used to listen to J. Cole back in what, 09 when the Friday Night Lights came out, dude.
Oh yeah,
such classic music,
Guideline
bro.
Story, Truly Yours, Born Sinner.
Born Sinner, yes.
January
Born Sinner was the
28th.
shit.
Man, he's been crazy. I mean, he's just been out. Born Sinner is a very underrated album for her eyes only. I mean, we could go on for days. The dude is incredible. I
Dude,
love Big L. Fredo, I'm not from New York, but I do love Big L. He was he's probably in my top for lyricists that I would ever rate. Even though he was not in the game long, unfortunately, he's definitely one of the best lyricists that ever graced hip hop. 110%.
And he's just so humble with everything. Like you're not gonna see J. Cole with like the $1 million chains. I'm sure he can afford it. I'm sure he like has a shit ton of money in the bank, but like
100%.
that's what I would like to see myself as if I ever became famous. Like you'll see me in just like a plain
I'm an
NPC. I'm an NPC. I'm an NPC. I'll be handing out med kits in Fortnite at Frenzy Farms.
Hey, everybody needs a medic. You know what I mean? We got to keep on keeping on.
Let's go. Keeping up with the rap topic, Campbell's next question is this: if you had to rap battle any famous artist or just anyone in particular, who would you rap battle?
Rap battle?
Yes.
Jeez, rap battling is a lot more difficult than it is to freestyle. I will say that I've been in a couple rap battle competitions. It requires a different focus. So I don't know who I would answer. If we're doing fresh on the stage, we're not doing like a recorded thing or anything like that. I would 110% love to go up against Eminem on a battle rap stage. But it would have to be an actual stage with music. Neither one of us know the beat. No pre-recorded raps like MGK versus Eminem and
no
Tory
diss
Lanez
tracks
versus Joyner. Like it's straight off the cuff. I would definitely go at that because why wouldn't you challenge arguably one of the best to ever do it? You know what I mean? I would be doing myself a dishonesty. So I feel like you'll know if you're ready if you can take on that challenge. You know what I mean? And even if you don't win, I mean, shit, you can still make a statement and people will remember your name forever.
That says a lot about you too, that you're willing to go up against the top people. You're ready to kick ass and like just
they're just
prove yourself.
I think part of what makes a competitor win a battle is not so much how good they are at flowing, but rather the mental aspect of getting in the head of the opponent. Mental, it's more mental than it is anything else. But I think that I would have a lot of fun doing that. And I think it would be great to go up against someone of that caliber, especially since I listened to so much of his freestyle battles back in the day. It's just crazy. It would just be a humbling experience, even if I got shit on. I would love it.
Mojo, there's a channel point redeem called Ask the Couch Talk Guest a Question. Just put it there just so I don't lose track of it in case chat goes up. Clemson Dad, what's going on? Peachy, welcome back.
Redeeming shit.
Peachy's back, so I'm going to ask her question now before we continue. What inspires you the most? Thank you, Mojo.
What inspires me the most? Life itself. Just the opportunity. I think life itself inspires me the most because I know that I'll never get life again. And nobody gets out of life alive. And I think really, like some people can just say that and be like, oh yeah, I know. But there's a difference between saying that and really believing in it. And to me, life is the #1 inspirational tool that I could ever have because I never know when it'll leave me. And that allows me to be and do everything and anything that I could ever believe or want to do.
Peachy, hopefully that answers your question. I wanted to wait, Peachy, until you got back so that way you could hear
we love
his
Peachy.
answer to that. We love Peachy. Exactly. Yo, Peachy, stop being retired from streaming and go live again. We miss your streams. The one stream I got to hang out in, and now like I gotta wait like 50,000 years before we see the next Peachy stream. Yes, I'm working to see. Nice. He's going live from the beach. Yo, hell, let him know, garbage. I want to see that happen. Prime, don't worry, Prime. That's me putting the entrance command, so don't worry about it, dude. You're more than welcome to type, even if it's during like an interview. It's all good. Hope you have a fantastic day, Prime.
Let's go. I'm loving the questions, by the way. Thank you to everybody contributing to this. It really is a phenomenal time, and I'm loving it.
No, she's not. She wants to enjoy vacation. You could do an IRL stream, Beachy. Just just point it at the beach and just like chat with us for a little bit, so we could catch up with you like IRL.
Prime Rib. That's a great question by Prime Rib. I like that.
Maddie, what do you think measures? You know what? Yeah. We got B Nizzle's question next, but before I lose that, what do you think measures success? But yeah, for anybody that's in chat, like Campbell said, just so I don't lose it, just use the channel point, because then I have it like on the queue.
100p, let's get it. So what's the next question?
Yeah, okay, we'll go to primes once we get to it. B Nizzle, throat rockets or gaggers?
Gaggers, team gaggers all day.
Someone ban B Nizzle for asking that question. I swear to God, bro. Like, my God, this man says I'm from the Bronx. I might meet B Nizzle though if he goes to TwitchCon with the Heart Queen, aka the A Nizzle. So that might be cool.
Gagger boys for life. Let's get it.
And I'm just gonna go up to him and laugh at him and walk away. 80K away from that hoodie. Let's go, high exposure.
I love exposure.
I'm going to TwitchCon. I'll hand out some free. Yo, let them know. Prime, I need to meet you for sure, dude.
Let's go.
That's definitely a W. All right. Rec shot. Milk before cereal or cereal before milk?
Is that a real question? That's easy.
Yeah, that's a question.
Cereal first, milk second, always.
Let them know. If anybody says the opposite, please see your way out of the chat.
Weird.
Oh, swear to God. I feel like MBM would be the type to put his milk first and
Just
then like
because.
put his Honey Nut Cheerios on top. Like what kind of shit is that?
Nah, it's weird. That's very
right.
weird
We don't
to me.
negotiate with terrorists. What kind of psycho puts milk first? Exactly.
Sage got it right. Rec shot. Thanks for the question, man.
Yo, you see MBM? Milk first, cereal second, fork third.
Oh God.
I swear to God, bro. MBM the type that
who you are, Rec shot. As long as you're enjoying it, that's all that matters.
Yo, right, Rolio? MBM's the type to put orange juice in with his cereal, not even milk.
It's a little weird.
Something other than milk. Something to make it a balanced breakfast. All right. Coffee creamer? I'm dead, bro. All right. The next question is from MBM. When's the next time you're going to stock your merch? When is the next merch drop happening? For anybody that may have missed it.
I mean, I think I want to do, I think that the community has honestly forced me to do another small drop, another limited drop. And I might just do 12. I just might do 12 more hoodies. We'll see. It really depends. If I can get a firm count on how many people are actually going to do this in the community, that'll determine the quantity that I get again. I could do another batch of 24, but I don't know. I'd have to really do it because we are getting close to spring, believe it or not.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, weather.
So I would have to pull that trigger real soon. So possibly there will be new merch. There will be more merch coming for spring for sure. But as for hoodies and beanies, if I were to order beanies, let's say today, they're going to take a couple weeks because they have to get expedited over to a embroidery company. But for the hoodies, I can turn those out within a week and a half because I press the merch myself. So
that's what I was going to ask next. Do you make it yourself?
Huh?
That's what I was going to ask next, actually. Do you make them yourself? Do you like press them?
Yeah, so I print everything myself for hoodies and t-shirts, the smiles up, frowns down on the sleeve, the logos. That I do. But if it's embroidered like this, I just don't have the access to that. So we do have to use a company. But every piece of merch that you get from me has my hands on it. I always am very interactive with everything that I do. So, I purchase all my own merch.
How much does a press machine usually cost? Like, I've never looked up, like...
It'll be around like a few hundred, depending on the quality you get. They're really inexpensive compared to our thoughts. I think, like, most people think they're up by, like, $1,000. You can get one for, like, a few hundred. That's really good.
Okay, good. In case... Because, like, I've always thought about, like... Instead of using, like, a drop shipping, just, like, do it myself so I could customize it more. Maybe add some stickers, like what you did with the chapstick, or, like, with your t-shirts, you did the stickers. Like, put a no.
Yeah,
It'd be more intimate with the customer, so
100%.
they know it's more like one to one versus just like a factory shipping it out just because.
Yeah. So
It's
for
more.
stickers, I pressed all the koozies myself. I pressed all the logos of the koozies.
Mhm.
But for the stickers, for the bags, for the chapsticks, those things all get outsourced to other
Right.
companies, and they just you order them by the bundle. But as for merch like t-shirts, hoodies, I will always press those.
Yeah. And you're able to like save. Are you able to save money that way? Like in terms of like the
Huge. You
cost of like.
cut out supply. You really only pay supplier cost. So
Good.
my friend who owns Orca Promo LLC, where I go through for all my merch,
Okay.
that is his business. So he has a business account, so he gets everything at cost.
Nice.
And then he takes a very, very small percentage from me. Really, he's just ordering the stuff to give it to me, and I give him a little bit off the top. But
Good.
I save big on merch, which allows me to put, you can go online and see people with this quality hoodie and beanies probably selling hoodies for over $45.
Exactly.
And the beanies for almost 30. I sell beanies for 18 and I sell hoodies for 30. They're the same price as my t-shirts pretty much by maybe $2.
Mm-hmm. I stole Bam and Peachy's chapstick. Imagine MBM. I could see you doing that. Sage says she wants pacemaker thongs. We're gonna make that
she wants. She can have anything. Whips, love cuffs, thongs.
There you go.
Anything. We can even print some heels for her to wear.
There you go. Yo, they even have like on the drop shipping sites, you can make like sneakers now. It's crazy.
Yeah, you can do everything. You can anything you can imagine. Umbrellas, anything you could put your logo on, it can go on.
It's crazy, but it's really nice to see. Like we're a very spoiled generation. We would never have been able to do this like in the 70s, 80s, and the 90s. Like we get spoiled now.
There's no such thing as excuses when you have one of these.
Exactly. Yep. If you have a smartphone, the world is your oyster with anything.
Tekashi 69 became a millionaire in the music industry through a cell phone of knowing how to market himself.
Mm-hmm. It may be negative, but it don't matter. He got his name out there. He got his name out there.
Yeah, there's different ways to execute, but at the end of the day, shit, your karma's your karma, right?
Let's see. So let's see how many questions. Okay, we're coming to the end of the questions from everybody. So Moan for me says hubby wants to know if he can get a nip slip
tonight. If you
FMBM.
If you don't get banned, if you don't run the risk of getting any disciplinary action, I will more than happy do that.
Go ahead. You already went shirtless on Friday. Like if that don't get you banned, then there you go. And if anybody wants to clip it just for in case Moan for me's not here, there you go. Boom.
I was technically already kind of half shirtless that night, so I didn't think it would be any big deal,
GG's MBM. But I think Campbell's pretty good at clipping it too, so like he can clip it if anything.
Campbell's a master.
All right, we got Sage. Sage has asked us, well, for you, I'd love to know about Maddie's creative process.
And like how I do what I do on stream. It just the process there. Believe it or not, there's not much game planning. The only thing I do is touch up my overlays, usually every day or every couple of days. And as for doing my thing on stream, it is just as free flowing as the energy around in me. There's no method to the madness except the afternoon delight every day at noon, and hitting the go live and usually ending at 2. And sometimes I'll even go past that. So my creative process is really just locking in and feeding off the energy of the chat while also providing it. So it's kind of like a healthy back and forth.
Yeah. Actually, let me ask one of my questions was afternoon delight. So you know what? I'm gonna ask my question before we get into Campbell's next question.
Okay.
It's such a staple to your stream. As soon as it hits 12 o'clock, for those who don't know, at 12 o'clock Eastern, Matty Pace will stop what he's doing. And he does this segment called the Afternoon Delight, where that's from Anchorman, I believe, right? The Afternoon Delight section.
Yes, it is.
What inspired that to be a part of your stream?
For as much, I think it's honestly just being open with the creative process of what I do. I think just one day, I've just I had a natural little knack. It was probably within the first couple weeks of me streaming. I would say within the first, maybe even the first week or two, I was like, there's just something missing. You know what I mean? And I, for some reason, I don't know, I just had this thought, this epiphany come in my head, and it was like, bang, let's go with the afternoon delight. And I flash back to Anchorman, and then at first you can see the real old clips of me,
Yeah.
where I do the whole scene, and the whole scene's like 5 minutes long, you know. So I was doing that.
Sheesh.
Then I was like, all right, you live and you learn. Let's trim that down. So I always do the very beginning, and then I jump right into the I Love Lamp part, and then right into the song, and we're out. And it's a great way to break up the afternoon, and it just kind of sparked, to be honest. It just kind of fell out of thin air, so to speak, and it just happened. And I love it, and that's why I do it every day. I don't even do it because the chat loves it. I do it because I love it.
Yeah, it's like that anticipation when it's like 11:55, 11:58. Like
As
we're
soon
ready
as
for it to
12
happen.
hit. Yeah. And I know for a fact that there have been for over the past year certain people that only come in to take the time out of their day while they're at work or whatever, specifically for the afternoon delight, and then they dip. And that to me is awesome, because it still brings them in to enjoy and to indulge and to bring a smile to their face, which is phenomenal. I love it.
There you go. Spray it up. Welcome in. First time chatter with that afternoon delight. I see you. Welcome in. I appreciate you stopping by, coming in from the pacemaker community.
Let's
Dude.
go. We love Spray It Up, Jay. Bang, bang. That's my man right there. I love him.
Yeah,
He's
man.
incredible.
And and it's a great way to just like say, you know what? The morning's done, afternoon is here. And like for a lot of us who like, you know, work 9 to 5 and like usually we'll have our lunch breaks at like 12 or 1 o'clock. That's like usually like when the typical person would have lunch. So it's a nice way to transition into like, oh, the day's halfway over or the day's almost done. Like we can look forward to something and like have a more positive mindset when it comes to
100%.
like taking on everything that's in front of you, whether it's a task at work or networking or whatever. So it's nice to have stuff like that.
The whole process of doing it, like for as much as I do my best to like not acknowledge time, I still structure certain things according to how the majority of people run on their daily life. And if I can some way relate and cater to that, to give that breath of fresh air, like you said, it's just like, I don't know. It'll have people just looking forward to something on a day where everything's gone to shit. They can't solve any problems. Boss is giving them hell. Maybe they got a flat on the way into work. There's always going to be that afternoon delight to try to put a smile on their face, even if it's for 2 seconds, you know?
And I can almost speak for everybody in chat in saying that that's 1000% what Afternoon Delight wants to bring to everybody. It's just nothing but positivity.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And I love to see so many people spam the emotes. That is my favorite part of the whole thing. I don't even like to see my screen unless there's emotes on it.
It's all so over. It's literally the whole screen is that one emote, and I'm all here for it. It's my
favorite thing in the world. It's my favorite thing in the world. I really love it on stream, man. It's the best. It's such a great experience, and I love the people that participate in it. It's incredible.
Let them know, Cambo. All right, Cambo's question. Okay, so you know I love fighting games. If you played one in your life, which did you play and did you like?
The most? I mean, I played a lot. I mean, I date back all the way to Mortal Kombat on Sega. You know what I mean?
That was my very first game. That was my very first game ever.
I have very distinct memories playing with my brother on Sega, and I would have to say Mortal Kombat takes the cake for me. And then the other couple games, you know, Street Fighter, of course, one of my favorites. That and Mortal Kombat to me are top 1 and 2. I was a Tekken fan for a while. I really loved what they did with the graphics and the fighting. But another one that I got caught up on were 2 games, and you'll appreciate this. The first one was Def Jam Vendetta.
Wow, bro.
Yeah, I was cracked out in that game. With Nori, I love Def Jam Vendetta. That to me is one of the best fighting games. That's my number 3. It goes Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Def Jam Vendetta, and then my 4th is Fight Night, and then my 5th would have to be Tekken.
Do you? I mean, I don't know if you're into basketball like that. I mean, you have the Celtics jersey and all that, but NBA Jam. If you had that for Sega Genesis, bro.
Yeah, fire. One of the best games ever. That and NFL Blitz.
Yes, NFL Blitz. I didn't have Blitz, but I had Madden 94. And I
That's
don't even
old
know if I
school.
still have it to this day because I kept a lot of my cartridges. I don't
Yeah.
think so. I think it's gone now, but like it was the only reason I remember it so well is because like you know how the Sega Genesis is just like a regular rectangle like size cartridge.
Oh yeah.
That one for some reason was like a full like floppy disk size cartridge. I guess it just needed more memory or something. I have no idea.
Maybe.
But Madden 94 and then NBA Jam was just like god tier.
Yeah,
If you
NBA
didn't have
Jams was crazy. NBA Street changed the game. That was like NBA Street was wild. And I'll never forget NFL Street. Those games were crazy. And then I loved all the NBA lives. I'm not a fan of 2K at all. But I like a lot of those games. I'm a big gamer off screen, so before I got to be the just chatting extraordinaire with music and vibes, I used to love to run mad video games growing up. I was addicted to GTA series, all that good stuff.
Dude, those are the games that grew like almost everybody here, at least in some way, shape, or form, grew up on. Whether it's
SOCOM, US Navy SEALs,
SOCOM, yo,
007.
Like I actually remember playing SOCOM before Call of Duty. Like
yeah, of course,
before it even came out.
Nobody gives SOCOM its spot at the top, man. But that to me outweighs COD all day, from playability to being the first multiplayer experience. You know, aside from like Counter-Strike and stuff like that, but nothing touches SOCOM. That game was dope.
SOCOM walked so Call of Duty can run. That's basically how
100%, 110%. Well put.
My top 3 Street Fighter, Tekken, Street Fighter, Tekken. I freaking love Tekken and Mortal Kombat. Dr. Pi, welcome in. SOCOM was fire. Let him know. Thunder Heroes. Big facts.
Love Dr. Pi. Let's go.
So Mojo Magic, and he put this in the chat already, but I just want to make sure that like it went through like in the queue. So most overrated rapper and the most underrated rapper, in your opinion.
Overrated rapper, 110% is a toss up between Kodak Black and Lil Uzi Vert.
Wow.
I would give it to Kodak Black as being the most overrated rapper to almost ever grace the scene. Aside from like, I don't know. Because other ones aren't just overrated. They're just like there. But I would say Kodak Black for how big he is and everything. I think that Kodak Black 110%, like just not the guy. I don't know how people listen to his music. It's just I just don't even know.
It's definitely something you have
the
to
delivery, everything. It's just like he's a definition to me of taking a dope ass beat and just flushing it down the toilet. I just think Kodak Black is just not it. And everybody loves him for some reason. And I'll never understand it. The most underrated rapper I think in the game right now is probably either Corday or Jid. Either one of those guys, either Corday or Jid, but I think Jid is probably like a better lyricist than Corday. But he's still real young. He's got a lot of growing to do. Drake is not, I don't think, overrated at all. He's nasty. But Kodak Black or like, I guess Designer. But to me, Designer hasn't been hot at all since
Panda.
Like so,
or Timmy Turner.
Yeah, for relevancy purposes, it's gonna have to be Kodak Black. But Designer was garbage. I don't even know how that dude got, people be putting anything on these days. But Corday's amazing, Cambo, and Jid. I'd give it to Jid.
Dude, I thought Designer was Future when Panda came out. I think a lot of people did too. It's
you know what? At the same time, I think it's a toss up for me. It's either a mix of Kodak Black or Future for most overrated rappers. 110%.
Future just talks about trap houses all the time, and it's like
barely talks.
It's like mumbling.
Yeah, I don't get behind that. To me, if you really like music and vibe with music, you don't like those artists anything more than just background noise.
Also, guys, I'm just keeping track of time. It's 9:15, so I think in terms of the questions, we're gonna go through the rest of them that we have in chat. We'll probably have like one or two final questions. So these will be the final questions of the night.
Minutes over, that's okay. I just don't want to stretch it too late.
Yeah, I got you. I know the wife is waiting for you as well.
Yes. Legit is dope.
So Prime Rib,
I love him.
Asks, what do you think measures success? And I know I asked this. Oh well, he asked this earlier, but just to keep it in the queue, what do you think measures success?
I think what measures success is different according to the person of what their definition of success is. I have a very simple definition of success, and it's the amount, if you can just inspire um, other human beings and people around you on a daily basis. That to me is my definition of success. Um, I don't. I think if you weigh success on status, um, I think that you're going in the wrong direction. But that's just
Mhm.
me.
Some people see it as numbers. Some people see it as, oh, X amount of followers or like
Yeah.
people that are in your chat. But like in reality, it should be based on like, your reach and how you're impacting people, not just like people that are
Yeah.
just simply saying hi or doing whatever and like trying to be a part of the cool crowd.
Yeah, I think overall that's my answer for like what weighs success. If we're talking streaming, just pretty much what you said is just just your ability to aspire to inspire. And I think that's the most honorable and fulfilling type of success that any human being could ever have.
Oh yeah. And like I want everybody in here to know that you're all successful just from being on Twitch as a whole. There are so many people out there that are just scared shitless to just even click go live, whether it's because, if they have anxiety or if they just don't want to do it or if they were holding off on doing it. Like just you clicking go live and getting that one accomplishment done is already a step forward for everybody, except for MBM. Ban MBM.
Right? Putting yourself out there. Trippy in the chat, Mojo, Mad Love and Appreciation. Corday and Jid are both. Go check them out, Mojo. They're phenomenal. Corday and Jid, phenomenal. Jid
Look
is
at
signed
Trippy
to
modding.
Dreamville Entertainment. Dreamville Entertainment by J. Cole. Go follow Jid, check him out. And Corday is just up and coming in the game. He used to be one of the YRN boys, but he is beyond talented. That kid's got a lot to offer the game in the years to come.
Guys, go check out MBM. He's a great Fortnite streamer. He actually clutched it for us last Wednesday, so I gotta give him clout for that.
Kid's a beast.
But I troll MBM a lot, but he is a fantastic individual and a very humble guy. From what I've seen, it's insane like how quick like a lot of people have become a part of this community. So like out of nowhere too. So Rainy's another one. Is that recently met like last week or something, and like just decided to go into your stream, and rest is history. Like, yes, exactly. We're on the same page at that part.
I love her.
Yeah, man, starting out is a really good start. Yo, exactly. Been a month? Really? Time be flying, I swear. Let's keep it going. Let's see, it's 9:19. All right, Midge Star has a question. Serious question. Did you ever have a Twitch stalker? And if so, how would you deal with them besides blocking? Papa Clutch, welcome in.
I don't think I've had a Twitch stalker that I know. I mean, Rainy says she's obsessed with me, but I welcome it and I feed into it. But as for a genuine, actual stalker, I don't know if I have encountered one. I'm pretty sure I would know if I did. But I don't really. So I guess that kind of rules out my advice on how to handle it. But I would definitely just block on everything as much as you could. And just try to limit the interaction. You know what I mean? There's only so much you can do with people making burner accounts and shit. But I mean, hey, it's easy to block people. You know what I mean? Just one click of a button and you're done.
I think that is definitely the case. And also to add to that, ignoring it and acting like they don't exist. They feed off people's attention.
Yeah.
They feed off people's posts where it seems like it's a subliminal message to them. When you act like they don't exist, they have nothing to stand on. So obviously, yeah, you can block, you can delete, you can unfriend, whatever the case may be, to make sure like they can't see your stuff. But when you don't give them the time of day, they eventually get bored of it. It's like with the follow bot. So one thing me and Maddie also got to know each other off of is the follow bots.
Big time, huge time. Surrey bot, thank God for you.
So like when it was happening to Maddie, he was just, he kept doing his thing. He was doing his raps, his freestyles and whatnot. And they eventually just stopped because they want people to like just react and cry. They want people to just be like, oh my God, 70 people. What's happening? I'm going to get banned. Oh my God.
You made a really great TikTok about that, by the way.
Oh, yeah. I appreciate that. I forgot I made that with the Sari bot. Yeah, guys, go check out Sari bot. If you're scared of follow bots, Sari bot is your way to go. Also, Kumabot Defender, both are lurking in the chat right now. Both are bot accounts that can help you out with like follow bots, hate raids, and all that stuff. So make sure you
all you gotta do is turn off your alerts, or else them bitches are gonna rain the whole time.
Yeah, turn off like your follow alerts temporarily, your raid alerts, because they do bot raids too. And I'm not talking about garbage telling people to go into his chat. I'm talking about like legit. They will literally
Like
run
crazy
scripts, so there's nonstop raids, and it
Like-
can get annoying if you turn them off.
Over 1,000.
But yeah, Midge, I hope that answers your question. Just don't give them the time of day.
Midge, anytime.
As much as you may want to put something about it, don't, because then they get bored of you, and that's how you get rid of them.
Coast
right.
Contra is fire, MBM.
Oh, there you go. There's the answer to your question.
Yeah, absolute fire. They're like the modern day Wu-Tang. I think they are Wu-Tang of the new age.
All right. I gotta look them up then, because I never heard of them.
Yeah,
well,
I
he
think
is well
they're out
known.
of. I'm pretty sure they're out of Philly, but I think that Coast Contra, when you watch them, JLD, they're huge in the studio for the dude. There is a dude in there that is just like ODB with the delivery.
Nice.
He's good at rapping. Like ODB was not a great rapper by any means. But the dude in Coast Contra, sheesh, he's got the same like wild, like crazy shit going on. But that dude, he's on a different level. They all are. They're all nasty.
Send me, if you know any good YouTube videos of them, feel free to just DM them to me.
Oh, I will.
Just like as a reference. I got you.
will.
Same with you, MBM. Feel free to message me anything, any good songs that I should listen to.
They're incredible.
All right, fold up ass, and there you go. Yo, fold up. Thanks for the 20 biddies. I appreciate that, man.
Fold up.
So when are you taking me out? I have been seduced. Ain't no turning back. And when are we gonna play some games?
Some games. I mean, all of the above could happen. I mean, fold up. What's the hold up, baby? You know what I'm saying? I usually do some gaming on the late mornings on the weekends, so I could definitely work in some games. Taking daddy out, you just gotta shoot your shot. Maybe I'll get on SB's shoot your shot one night and have you go at it.
The dating game, yo, that game is hilarious, bro. I'll be watching it, and Avion be having me crying, bro. He's on all of them, and like him shooting his shot is so perfect. I love it. I
could not keep composure when I was shooting my shot at Avion. I just couldn't keep my composure.
Yo, Avion's a god tier individual, and what I like about Avion is he tries to meet up with a lot of people that are around his area.
With a lot of people. He's
Polo, Ms. Yams.
He's got a heart of gold, man. That dude is literally like a brother from another mother to me. He's just a stand-up guy.
Absolutely.
The whole way through.
And it's a shame because I've been following him for a while, but only recently is when I started to go into his streams more, get to know him, and that's the case for a lot of people as well. But it's nice to actually put like a personality on somebody and just get to know them more than just like a username. Same like this. That's why I made Couch Talk, to get to know people more than just like a username. Now I got to know a bit about you and everything you're about, even outside of the Twitch world, and it's nice to do that.
It's a pleasure to be a guest on the show.
Hold up, I appreciate the 20. I always joke on his mustache shirts. I always tell him I gotta put a sweater on because he got the guns shown. Let him know, MBM. Yeah. Rainey's question, which is the final one of the night, and then I'll introduce myself to the Raiders. Is you're always so upbeat and positive. Do you ever get mentally drained and just need to chill, or are you basically like this all the time?
I'm basically like this all the time live. It's very authentic. But as soon as the camera goes off and I end the stream, I do like to take some time to just be quiet and just kind of, chill out. You'll find me in lurking, or not lurking, but in some streams, talking and just hanging and vibing. That's definitely what I do. But I definitely am authentically myself, live and direct in full effect, ready to get your mind, vibes, and ears erect when I am live. That is definitely Puro.
Dude, and
40 Papo.
Yo, J40, welcome in, my dude. Love to see you, bro. Shadowhawk, thank you so much for that rate of 5. For those who are coming in that may be new to the channel, I saw somebody follow. That was Snow Life Wolf. I appreciate that follow. Welcome in, Raiders. My name is JLD. We are currently interviewing, we're coming to the conclusion of the interview with the one and only Matty Pace right here. This will be
Bang,
up on
bang.
YouTube. I'll do some editing on it to make sure it looks as professional as
go.
possible. But we are gonna
YouTube
start
action?
Yo, yeah. So like the idea with season 2 of Couch Talk is to put the episodes up on
I love it.
on YouTube. That's why I disabled all like the overlays and the sound
Yeah.
alerts for the
100p, I
most
get
part,
it.
so that
I'm
way
very
like
excited.
people don't go crazy with it and it sounds just
Yes.
much better.
Incredible.
Yo, Maddie is beautiful. Let him know, Rainey. Exactly. Thank you for
Let's
the
go.
question as well, Rainey. So, before I let you go, you got 3 minutes. I will ask you 2 questions.
Ask him.
Has Twitch affected your mental health in any way? And in a good way or a bad way or both? Or what would you say on that?
Yeah, it did. In my second month, I hit a wall from I took 2 weeks off in my second month after streaming like 30 something 30 days 31 days in a row.
Oh, wow, okay.
I definitely did experience that mental hurdle, and I had to kind of reassess what it was I was actually doing, because at that time I was getting drained. I was getting a little mentally drained. I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know how I was getting there. I didn't know what to do. And I did have to take that time. So yeah, it did get mentally draining at that point.
Dude,
But since then I've been good, right as rain.
dude, what people don't realize is like, yes, like it's good to have your consistent schedule and do things and all that and show your presence in the Twitch world, but when you have to go to like take care of yourself, like don't worry about, oh, my numbers are gonna go down, oh, like I'm gonna like lose everybody's gonna forget about me. Like that's far from the truth.
If someone is gonna unfollow you anyways, or someone's gonna stop rocking with you because you take time for yourself, they were never there for you. And you
Exactly.
shouldn't miss them. You know what I mean? You'll see those types of people are the same types of people that come into a chat when you have, a much higher number of viewers than opposed to a regular amount, which may be significantly smaller, maybe under 10. But you'll see them come through as soon as they see maybe 30, 40, 50 in a chat when you get a thick raid, because they want to be seen and tell everyone that they know you, how you been, I miss you. And it's like,
they want to be with the cool kids.
yeah. And if you really, I don't get too technical in WiseBot and all that. I don't get technical into looking up who's in my streams for long, because to me, it doesn't matter. But I do take notice on those types of individuals, and they stand out to me for those reasons. So I don't really give them the shine when they come through the chat. I'll say hello. I'm not going to be a dickhead, but I'm not going to give you the clout that you're looking for,
Yeah, and like at the end of the day, like you would want everybody's intentions to be good.
I don't come into Shadowhawks as often as Shadowhawk comes and sees me. I will admit that.
The
But
only
that is how it is
yeah.
for a lot of people, because it is tough. It is tough to get around so much. But I do love when I do get the opportunity to be in Shadowhawks chat, and same with like a lot of other people as well. And when I'm there, the thing about me is that I don't throw up 1,000,001 tabs and spend the same 5-10 minutes in everyone's chat throwing emotes and then leave. I'm in your chat for an hour and a half at a time. I'm getting to know you, connecting, and we're vibing. You know what I mean? I'm really trying to be there to connect with you on a deeper level than that.
And that's what it comes down to, is just like be there because you enjoy them. Like don't be there because you want to like check them off of your list of people that like, oh, okay, I went to their stream, they're gonna come to mine and then like just disappear. Like at that point it's quid pro quo. Quid pro quo. Words are hard.
Yes.
But
110%.
and like that's not how you're gonna like grow long term. Like it has to be content over everything, and then chat will always be the backbone of everything that you do. If they're entertained, then you're gonna have a good time, and that's what it comes down to. Yeah, I ain't checking lists. Exactly, Shadowhawk. Let them know. Exactly. So Maddie Pace, thank you so much again for pulling up tonight.
You have one more question.
Oh, I do actually. Yeah. Where to go? It was more about like, how often would you say, actually, no. How do you manage your time with your loved ones, job, and Twitch as a whole? So like, obviously, like you spend time with your wife, you have your family, you spend time with, and then you're on Twitch and then you're networking. How do you manage all of that?
I do my best to respect how she feels, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
but we're also clear in communication. And I think when you are trying to do something that is unconventional, especially in the world of streaming, and you have a loved one that is not ever been involved in something like that,
Right.
I think the best thing that you could do is establish full on what you are trying to do and be clear with it and explain it, and then find a neutral ground where you can make it work. Like, not yesterday, but typically I take Sundays off from Twitch, and you won't see me too heavily. Maybe in the morning I'll see Coffee with Outlaw or like a few people before noon, but typically I respect my own boundaries by getting off Twitch on Sundays, because I'm on Twitch from the time I wake up at around 7:30, 8 o'clock until during the regular week, Monday through Friday. Sometimes Saturdays I'll be on there till almost midnight, you know, sometimes later, you know. So I pour a lot of time and effort in there. But I think the main thing to establishing a healthy relationship is respecting her feelings, and also respecting my own boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but that's how it is. And if I feel like a day where I don't want to be so active and I don't want to be in so many chats, or, be on Twitch, then I won't. I cater to myself at the end of the day. Because to me, it's not about the viewers, even though I love more viewers to come in with the opportunity to inspire and create a different way of looking at life, maybe a healthier perspective to bring the best out of themselves. But to me, that's why I always make a joke or say, like, I'm not pushing or grinding for partner, because
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
it's just not in my scope. You know what I mean? So I believe
It'll
in
get there.
catering to yourself first and foremost, because if you're not right, your relationship's not going to be right, your stream's not going to be right, the things that you do on a regular basis in life aren't going to be right. So you got to be respectful of your own boundaries as well as other people's feelings, and be clear, concise, and come to that level playing field.
And like I said before, big shout out to sorry, words are hard. Sorry to the significant others out there that are out there supporting their streamer wives, husbands, boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever. Cause like y'all have no idea like how much support y'all give to the streamers out there, and like the hard work that they put in. It's insane. So like
Yeah, it's incredible, man. And it's tough for a lot of people too, because, you know, don't get too hung up, man. I just, as like an additional perspective, and maybe a little bit of advice, if anyone's willing to accept it. Um, don't get hyped up on things for too long. You'll drive yourself crazy and run yourself down, man. Because I've seen so many people one day get huge numbers, and then for the next week they're low. They're real low.
mhm.
And then you start to realize it on stream, and you get to see it in people's personality, and it's like, well, you're in such an open-ended field, man. You can't control people. If somebody doesn't want to go on Twitch any day, and if they do, they don't want to be in your chat, doesn't mean they don't like you. It just means they don't want to be there. So don't get too hung up on your highs, and don't get too down in your lows. Always just be grateful for why you are even streaming, which is why I
Mhm.
always say know your why before you decide to really commit to this, because you need to know exactly why you do what you do on stream, and be honest with yourself. If it's for money, partnership, this, that, be honest and own that. But own the emotions that you're going to put yourself through that comes with that road. And when
Mhm.
you're more passionate, I think those things don't weigh too heavily, and at least for me.
Yeah, and like it's totally fine if like people's intent is literally just to play Call of Duty or Fortnite and just
Mad love,
just
Freda.
be there. People have different reasons for streaming. Some people like are really just in it to make money, and that's okay too. Some people just want to play games. Some people want to put on production. Some people want to
Yeah.
like go crazy. Some people just want to network nonstop. It is totally up to the person, and there's nothing wrong with their
Yeah.
reasoning. Everybody's reasoning for streaming is
right.
legit, unless you're actually putting like legit harm to somebody. There's nothing wrong with it,
Yeah, facts. And some people do it like Rekshot says. It's just a stress reliever. You know what I mean? It's just cool to
Destroy
be
kid.
alive. You never know. You know what I mean? And that's what it's all about. Everybody's got their own why. I just think there's a lot of confusion as to why, or what people's whys are a lot of times that I've seen. But man, just be yourself, have fun, trust the process, put your best foot forward. Don't always look at things one-sided because there's always two sides to everything, and then there's a third, which is a different perspective. And just give your best, do your best, be your best, because you only got one life and you can't get out alive. So stop feeding your insecurities, stop feeding and fueling your excuses because they only favor the misfortunes, and acknowledge JLD as your viewers champion. And
Let them know.
there's your success for life.
I can't like I usually ask like, oh, what are your last final words? But I think those kind of knock it out of the park as some great ending words for everybody. What do you guys think in chat? But yo, Maddie, like thank you again for pulling up on us tonight. Absolutely fantastic interview. Like I know this was well overdue. This was supposed to happen in December, but I'm a firm believer that things happen for a reason, and having you as the first guest on season 2 of Couch Talk has been a fantastic experience. So
And phenomenal.
Dude.
Thank you again for the opportunity. And I think that it was not meant to happen at the time that we had anticipated. But it feels real good right now, and I love it. I can't wait to promote it when it comes out on YouTube. And I really do value and appreciate you. And thank you very much for the opportunity to come on here and to grow our connection more, and also to get to dive into the community a little bit more as well. It's truly a humbling experience. And thank you very much.
Absolutely. I know you're gonna go be with the wife after this, so I'll let you go do your thing. But Maddie, let the chat know again when you stream, in case there's anybody here that may not know who you are, and then I'll let you go do your thing, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you beautiful kings and queens, in betweens. At the end of the day, you are remarkable human beings. My name is Maddie Pace, pronounced like Daddy, coming at you live and direct in full effect, ready to get your mind, vibes, and ears erect, and even a little wet every Monday to Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern time with the most unique vibes. And just remember, baby, like the sun, you shine fine like a glass of wine from 1969, baby. Let's go.
Let's freaking go.
And one more for JLD. One more. Money.
Let's go, bro. Hell
That's
yeah.
on the house.
Let's go. Yo, dude, have a great rest of your night, brother. And
oh my God, you as well. JLD, thank you again for the opportunity. Everybody in chat, mad love and appreciation. Make sure you give this man at least 10 subs a pop. I love you, and I'll talk to you later. I'll also send you Coast Contra in the DMs. So
yes, sir.
Have a great night. Stay up, and mad love, man. I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you.
Yo, have a good one, bro. Thank you again.
I'll see you.
Someone ban MBM, please.
All right. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so notifications are on. Take care, everybody, and I will see you all next time.